So we're going to record some bass now to Let It Be, and I'm going to create a new audio instrument right next to the drums, Command-Shift-N, and another shortcut that I use a lot, it's Command and it's the arrow to the right. If I hold Command, I hit the arrow to the right. You see how it changed into stereo right there? So left, right, stereo, mono. And then if you hit the down arrow right below it, it changes the kind of track. So this is how I go into to create a track real quick. Command-Shift-N, stereo, down arrow to instrument track, stereo, instrument track, bam, create. And this is going to be the bass. So I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to show you with just the Xpand bass. Here we go. Multi-channel plugin, instrument, Xpand. And under Xpand up here, they have some presets, you'll note, because before we were choosing from here. These are sometimes multis, so they've created in a bass sound layering different sounds on these different parts. So, like for example, if I go to next fretless and I let go, you see it put two sounds right here. And if I put this in record, and I don't know that this is the right sound for the song, but you can go through. There was one I heard of earlier, round wound. And that for me, again, I'm going to make quick choices and move fast so we can learn a lot. And I'm going to go back to my chart here. I've got my sound. I don't need Xpand anymore. I've got my chart. All right. I always like to record from the edit screen so I can see the waveform. I got my chart here. I've got my track and record right here. I'm going to save, and off we go. Let's just play. I'm going to follow the chart here. So I never know what I'm going to play. I just start playing, and some of it really sucks, and some of it works. So what I would do is I might create another playlist and record it again, or I might just take this playlist here and go through these notes. I'm going to scroll down until I see it. I see I made a mistake right there, so I'm going to grab the hand tool. And right there, bam, and I'm going to take that little puppy right there and say delete, okay? So I did the same thing, it looks like right there, bam. So you can see these little notes because I'm not supposed to be playing two notes at once. Then I'm just going to quantize it. I'm going to Option 0 in the number pad, and I think 8th note should be fine. I think for this, I'm going to tell it only quantize maybe 85% because I don't want it to sound robotic. If I was doing electronic music, I would go ahead and quantize 100%. But if you want something to sound more human, you probably still want to quantize it, but only do it maybe 85%. So there we go. And I'm going to go through and edit this part, and I might use it, I might not. So wanted to show you guys some really cool bass plugins. So first we can talk about bass effects. There's a really cool plugin from Waves called RBass, and you can just say bam. So then we can choose a preset. We click on load, and these are all different engineers that have created presets. So let's see what Dave Pensado's. So we're going to bypass it. Let me go to it. So pretty cool. We can hit this arrow forward to go to the next preset. So you can see how this compressor is really changing the tone of the bass. So it's totally subjective what sounds good to you. Me, in the interest of time, what is bombastic? Whoa. Okay, not bombastic. Let me just go with that Pensado. Nice. Okay, so we've got our bass there, but what about other bass sounds besides Xpand? Let me show you. My favorite bass instrument, because I love Spectrasonics, is Trillian. So this is Trillian, and what I love about Trillian is that it has all of the basses everybody wants. This is the website, and you can see the Hofner and the Fender and the P-bass and all this. You've got your fretless, Chapman stick, but you've also got all of these cool old retro synths that are really, really awesome. So it's a great combination. It is a little pricey. I believe it's $3.99. I'm not positive. Let's see. Full product of Trillian, $2.99. Yay! It's practically free. Anyway, so let me get this out of the way. So the thing is, I try and just venture out. So many people think, okay, I just need a piano. It's Let It Be. I just need this kind of bass. I just need, and you never, your productions never sound unique because you're just going with your first instinct. Sometimes I just say, to heck with it, I'm just going to call up some sounds. Sometimes I waste a lot of time and I go, that sucks. Let me go back to the pick bass. But I always learn something. I learn how to use the plugin better. I learn how to think outside my box. But let's just, I'm going to record this part right here, just so you can see. Got to figure out the octave. Here we go. Okay, come on, you gotta admit that's kind of fun. So this kind of part, I always go to notes. I just don't like to work in clips. I don't know why. I don't need Trillian anymore. Let me give me more screen real estate. So this, when I quantize, I would quantize 100% because this is tied to the BPM. And if the note doesn't hit exactly on the beat, then it's going to sound a little wonky. So I'm going to option 0, and I'm going to say, hey, turn off this. So I'm going to hit apply, and I want to make sure that everything is 100% quantized for this. So what if I have this part in with the more generic bass part I played earlier? You never know till you listen. Here we go. I like it. Again, the drum beat that's in there for me is my version of a click track. It's nothing that we're going to choose when we get to the real drums. So I think what I'm going to do next is do a piano and with a delay, and then we'll start messing with the drums and see what we can come up with. It'll be interesting.